Onivia, League of Legends highlights.
Give me a bit of a bait and switch because I got to speak to him when we were shooting that music video, and I was like, what do you think about, you know, your Gold's champions? And he was telling me, nah, they're all bad now. The new itemization doesn't really suit them. Like, there was this thread on Reddit.
Which one is the real Callista? As Ignar is waiting over the wall. I don't think this is done. BDS really want this red buff, and Peach now going to be the target. Gets auto-attacked as well. The damage great. Peach down to first blood. I mean, BDS have been separated, but it's only Ice who's been left to the wolves. Giant X for a 1-for-1, but now BDS still with the slow here. On to Patrick. They've taken his flash. Ignar out with the crash down. We get a trade-off. So many summoners taken as Lebrov tries to get a little bit more.
I mean, I'm trying to figure out who the winners of this.
Against GX, we get the similar start, and for Sheo, that's all objectives, by the way. The Void Grubs on the top side, now down to the Drakes as well, with the jungle, but also you look down towards the bottom side. There's a CS lead and a gank coming through. Patrick dies here. It could be 99, end of the line, and the quiver comes out. Ice with one, as in meanwhile in the mid lane, Nuke looking for the solo kill. Jackie's doesn't have the flash available with the ult to slow down time. Dissonance
the map, right? Every time that Patrick and Ignar have an ability to push, they flash in.
Flash Shattering Strike, as you said. Lebrov out with the 6, and he's not there. Flash away from Ice. He has nothing to stop him. Sonic Wave hits from downtown. That's just peachy for GX as they neutralize bot again.
Great play from Ignar. The initiate. BDS going to try and contest. It looks like for now they're not. They're just hovering around. And they will get vision, but it's too little, too late. Objective secured.
After the fact, I mean, Ice is walking into vision here afterwards. Ulti used by Patrick. Ice, bit of a mistake. He gets ignited down. Might be a trade here in the end, but Ignar stays alive. The flash over again. Jackie's is proving his worth. A double kill over to Patrick and Ice. There's a lot of question marks around that one.
They're looking for more. A kick into the wall. And that should be a finish-off kill.
See you later.
Peach. It will be a trade back for Lebrov, but a 3-for-1 in favor of GX. I think they're going to be happy with that.
We're just highlighting anyone. Look, I'll bring us back. Don't worry about that. I'm going to tell you one thing. I see a first item lease in there, Betty.
Oh, arrow misses.
I see an arrow as well. I see lockdown flying through, but it might be a turnaround. They haven't killed Patrick until Ice flashes for the shutdown. That's one good thing, but Jackie looks for the solid Pop Blossom, finds it and gets a trade. But in the meanwhile, as BDS try to chase him down, they are tangled up. It's a 2-for-1 spec.
Are even. The Grubs are even. The Herald is up. But for both these teams... Oh,
Shockwave. Yeah, it doesn't end there, does it? I mean, Peach again going for the steal. Sheo finding his blue buff this time around, though. The kickback was smooth, but can they transition into anything? Fate's call from Patrick. Lebrov is a setting duck, and now he's going to be targeted down with Patrick's excessive damage with Blade of the Ruined King. He makes himself... It's just too good not to. Why? Okay. Don't worry. He's played some Gran Turismo. He knows what he's doing.
If they can keep the Herald alive, they can keep this push going.
Yeah.
All the GX members in the bot side river. Hang on a minute.
Where are we going to get Odo?
Are they sending it top lane?
Okay, why not? Yesterday, Caps went on a merry journey, didn't he?
But they have their eyes on Lebrov. He has flash.
It's a Sonic Wave, as you said. Flashes out of the way. Peach can't match it, only with the ulti used it again. The Share gets towards the top side with the Herald and at least the last remnant of, well, Jackie's used that time in the Herald to try and get something bot side, but Shockwave catches him unaware. Pop Blossom in return to try and get himself out, and he's got good damage. Gets it all out, the Protobelt to get some distance, but over the wall, here comes Ice to find him. Hail of arrows, one more auto. A much-needed kill for this far.
If BDS kind of shift that vision up towards topside, or if instead they want to bring Adam down after securing this objective, because there's not really
They're all
more or
the
less the
same.
They all just have slightly different attacks.
Yeah, it just got a pointier nose. You know, Baron is just refined.
One has
the
a big
graphics.
horn, the other one has a big eye, and then there's this one.
And then the all-seeing one, I don't know what that has, but it has a long pathway.
That's a long pathway.
Yeah. That one's easy.
Have control. They have the push in the bot side from Jackie's. He's now going to move through the river and clear out that vision. But it's BDS. Found the arrow.
Onto the jungler as well. Chains Corruption, Shockwave. That's triple ulti, but they've taken out a key piece towards this next neutral.
Yeah, a very big pick on 2 apiece.
But a good, again, good stats boost coming through from BDS. We roll into the mid game. BDS have a gold lead, but this game, everybody gets a prize. But which one is real? Onto Lebrov. This TP could be game changing for Jackie's. With the Hex play, Tangle Barb's out. Odo Amne, though, maybe the true hero, as he can't find any follow-up, but the re-engage is massive. They over-command for Giant X. They're going to get out of there. 2 already down. And BDS are just whittling away. They're all lethality, but it doesn't matter at this point in the game. The Shale is bopping them on their heads. Look, Adam has to walk up. Remember, again, no teleport. So if this goes down fast enough, BDS are going to have a numbers disadvantage. There's that teleport finally from Odo.
Jackie's.
Excuse me, you're exactly right. There's
I'm
a
wrong.
shockwave. No, Odo comes in, absorbs the damage though. They're still doing the Baron. Cassante doesn't die as Adam runs on in to be a nuisance, but Ignar on the backside in zone control. Heaven as Jackie's runs on in, finds Duke with a solo. The Baron's already down, remember, but Jackie's now going to be the next target. Adam has one chase as that Graves ulti makes it another. Here we go. Adam will not die, does not want them to live. And Odo, as he zones out the Baron in hands, round and gold.
I think he has a way to get out of this, you know. If he Qs onto a minion.
Got him.
Then the W.
Hey, one more turret shot though. He's close to dying. I mean, Adam is a treadmill.
Movement speed though. Ignar gets the stun and the
throw.
blast of the arrow.
Still lands on him. Still chasing. Shao's there. Flashes. Now Ignar might be in a bit of trouble. They're going to teleport on this from Ginex trying to save them.
They were able to get that kill. They did have to invest the flash from Shao, and it will be converted into a Cloud Drake as well.
But you can see on the back end, Jackie's is waiting for that opportunity as he disguises himself. All members in view, all members in plain sight. For their first win, BDS need to take this fight, but as the flash comes through, it's Adam who jumps in first. The shockwave hasn't come out yet. I'm looking for it, as BDS don't even need to pull the trigger. They found the beautiful pick. Odo is whittling down. There's no true damage with the ulti left because Adam doesn't have it, but Baron has still been aggroed at 2K. Sonic Wave execution. Shockwave from Nuke. You beauty. The denial, the punch.
Which means that BDS now make their way towards the Nexus.
And with the Baron and 3 grubs of their own, look at the structures fall. Inhibitor in the blink of an eye. BDS need this win desperately. It's only a single round, Robin. When you're up against the Giants, you stand strong. As BDS looking for the last fight, but it's a great Pop Blossom. Jackie's on his debut. Yes, they look great, but he can't follow through yet again. Adam's on the Nexus, it's bare bones, and BDS finally open up Winter 1-1.
Involved and how much pressure is put on these two mid laners, especially when we saw Frescowy and Elyoya doing so much work. Camps. The fact is, Super still has all of his summoner spells available, and Isma is trying to force this play.
It makes sense again with Extra Kick. They kick him away though. The root back on down. The crash down works, but Isma's a hit away. Super finds him, but as the expiry comes through, Isma will still die, but it's the kill in the end from Extra Kick that pays out with that double down dive.
Isma is passive, and they both walk away limping, but no summoner spells burn.
At the very least, Niski putting his
difficult contest from SK. Dos and Isma are in the area. Oh, Irrelevant's found a window to roam down. Are they going to look for the fight?
Well, the bass drum has erupted in the crowd, so maybe it's setting up for the play as Elyoya is not level 6. He can't negate the damage, and Irrelevant is just taking him down by himself on this Renekton. Flash matched over the wall. Irrelevant does it again, but with the flashback Merwin, that was clean. Makes it a 1-for-1 in the end, and you have to say, the guts from the top laner of SK looks good.
I don't think SK can threaten a dive here.
I mean, again, using quite a bit for SK. X-Kick also taking a bit of damage, but Spears going in onto the Dragon, teleport committed. Here comes Isma. That ulti big as well on the backline for SK. In a bit of trouble, it's X-Kick first to go. That's their big damage source, but that 3-man knockup could turn the fate. Niski runs on in, but can't get the finishing touch onto Super as Merwin sends them away. They get a bit of space from SK as 2 have dropped. 2 on the side.
That's how Irrelevant's being completely zoned away. This gives Mad Lions an opportunity for collapse as Niski fights for Scowy.
Zoning it on the top side. Niski still does a lot of damage through here, but for SK, is it enough to buy them time and turn onto Mad, who are moving towards the Herald at 2.5k? It's secured over to SK, but Super. Irrelevant on the backside. Super runs into him, and there's so much damage coming through, but Irrelevant can't finish the job. Isma tries to get in range. They turn for Elyoya, and they might have just found their fight. Niski cleaves it up, and SK with a quick 2-piece feed. Lock it down.
I love the aggression that we're seeing. It's supposed to be a bottom of the table fight between these two teams, but right now they're both sitting at 1-0, and they're both poised.
What's that item that starts with O called? Opportunity.
Opportunity.
There's more opportunity in the game, but not literally.
You know, my brain immediately went Omreka.
Hang on. Whoa, Titanic is strong. Who knew?
Oh.
Titanic is strong. And Elyoya shows us how it's done.
That felt personal. He flashed in onto Niski. Niski thought he was safe. He knew he was on the weak side. He was playing defensively, trying to secure the Krogs for himself. But Elyoya, he saw
side is getting punished hard. You can see Vetis. I mean, SK are moving up to try and stop this push coming in, but Isma's by himself for the time being. You mentioned it. Teleport coming through, so Niski's angle's there with ulti and level 11. Flash also available. Isma trying to buy time, but it's 3 members of Mad. Elyoya is still doing a lot of damage. His X-Kick now flying through, but that 3-man Magnastorm buys him so much time. Niski running in, wait for that Shuriken flip onto Super, but he doesn't take it. Instead gets execution. Here's Mer when he goes golden as the flip out. Means that they've got no members left remaining, but Niski's still alive. You can see this man is still alive as Dos flash ulties, gets 2 members. Niski jumps back in. How are SK members still alive? Mad under their own turret are getting thwarted as Irrelevant flashes in as well. This team is crazy.
SK ace Mad Lions Koi.
Even further. And you know, the Mad Lions fans came out to play. I hope that one guy, the pivotal piece here from SK, Irrelevant has just impressed me so far, as a lot of people talked about him being one of the most enjoying this whole time. They commit for the fight, and he's just taken away turrets with his combo deal that gives attack speed. And with Winsus, it is such a good combo. I mean, these 3 items in the game right now, no wonder Kalista.
Merwin's going to hand them off. Quick thumbs up as the teams choose to disengage. Is this tower going to drop? Yes, it is.
Objective bounty. I mean, he won't be involved if they just turn for the fight. Niski's damage at this point is huge, as we talked about before. But what does the play end up being? I mean, Frescowi now in an opportune angle. If he pulls the trigger, Merwin's going to be the first one there. This is janky as Isma runs on in. It's a great engage, though. And from Dos as well, that ulti, absolutely gorgeous. Irrelevant jumps on in with a flash. Niski is still alive. This guy is James Bond. He never says die as he runs on in for a double. Nesquik, you are a beautiful drink.
SK are going to continue to clean up the fight. That's another ace. They'll give their mid lane...
The other way, it's SK today.
We're not talking about him, but Execute 8-1 and 5. The kind of silent carry in this whole fight is Irrelevant. And Niski are on the front lines. It is him on the back line cleaning up and dealing this damage. And it's going to be enough to bring him the win.
Well, at least with the spawn timers coming up, we have to question a little bit more, don't we? Super in 3 seconds. Nexus turrets are going down. SK fighting to hit down this Nexus, but Mad are back up. Elyoya going to be the first to die in this little grudge matchup. They don't have enough damage to get the Nexus. Too many members of Mad stand there, but
look at the stacks.
Rand, you're right. Execute bopping away. Merwin's
problem, but Poppy doesn't know which problem to deal with.
And the problem is, as soon as you get close, if you get past all that many, then you have a Renata who presses Soul's denied, yes, but the Nexus is bare bones right now. And we have a Jack show. The medic should go pro. I mean, 24k already damaged, and you're right, going to be more unkillable. SK putting 4, 4, and 7. Doesn't need the Rabadons to end the game.
There's Isma. They've got to be careful of Merwin, though.
Handshake, though. They're doing a lot of damage.
Exekick
is outside. You're right. Look at him go. Exekick is just fighting away. The steadfast meant nothing, but he as Niski deals with Elyoya on the side. The grudge is real. Niski shows him what's up as Frescowi is just there to say hello. Nexus now going to be battered down, and SK are looking mighty fine with their 2-0 start.
A freak for that one, but it's going to be very difficult for Hansama to navigate. So far, can look down towards this bottom lane. Mickey and Hansama only level 2.
Yeah, so Bo knows that Yike's not on this side of the map, so this dive should be easy enough to pull off.
Flashes forward. Bo starts to tank Mickey with the root, though. Bo will fall 1-for-1. Targamas gets the kill, and Mickey gets another. Both the supports now on the board.
Yeah, cross-map response from Calming Core, seeing Yike try to pressure Cabochard.
Next to the champion portraits on the side, showing us the XP. Yike now looking for that repeat gank. The top is so hard to get into. Cabochard is stunned up, will be stunned as well by the Spectral Maw. Cabo tanky enough for now, though, as Yike flashes forward, the red buff is enough!
Consider the objective, and he's kind of gone across all of the vision here.
That's good movement from Bo. Bolt breaking across the wall, Targamas flashes forward, gets the kick, Mickey with a good hook, Bo rooted up, Upset flashing forward as well as Hansama. No summoners is taken out, Bo secures the kill. Mickey trying to keep the wave away from his tower, but can't do so. Yike nowhere near the area to assist. Slicing Maelstrom in the top lane forces Cabochard out. Has hit 6, so he has the
50-50. They're angling for it. They're trying to go around.
Yike walking in. Seiken uses the clone to watch if anything.
That one stacking, and we'll see what soul eventually comes to spawn. See if they can get the next one as Mickey flash forward.
Targamas looking for Upset, gets the knock-up onto Upset. No flash, no cleanse. And with Hansama and Yike here, Targamas with a breath of life, but it's not enough to save himself from death. Now Upset's caught on the wrong side of the rift. Mickey low, Upset takes him, but Yike answers, follows suit with a kill of his own. Seiken coming in, the pop blossom flashed away, but the airborne still lands, sees the assist as well. Hansama could heal, but he can't get the shurikens down in time. Yike trying to trade 1v2 as he takes out Seiken, and now Yike has a whole litany of spells at his disposal. Dashes in with a Heartbreaker, and has broken the hearts of the KC faithful here in the crowd.
4-0-1.
Follow on from that, isn't it? Kind of painted you into a corner there.
You have, but it's okay. I'm prepared for the gear for this medic.
Yeah, it's going to be fun, right?
It is.
It's going to be fun watching these two teams battle it out on the Rift as well. Carmine Core trying to get control around the Dragon. Mickey going in, Bo jumping across the wall, and now Mickey's isolated from his team, and he'll be shut out. Yikes, still looking for more. Hansama with Infernum. Gravitum as Broken Blade has the flank on here. Upset has Flash and Cleanse, uses the Cleanse, but still gets stunned. Broken Blade exhausted, though, as he will fall. Yike going deep, and it's a huge fight for Carmine Core as they wipe away G2.
Bit of a separation of focus there from G2. Broken Blade has the angle, but he can't really...
into mid lane and not get a Rift Herald charge off here. They might give it to Yike instead, I think, Jamada.
Yeah, let's keep the Herald driving responsibilities in the
that have spawned on the map are those are Infernal Cinders. They spawn on the Infernal Rift because the terrain of the Rift no longer changes, and if you pick one up, you get a burst of movement speed for a short time, and you get 0.3 ability haste per stack. When you die, some of them drop off, you keep 5, and that's a hell of a lot of Void Mites, but they're all gonna die! No! It's like lemmings.
chip away at this tower. He'll get this as no one on Carmine Core is here to answer. The Void Mites and the Wave do the rest of the work for him.
Sacrifice their mid tower for this. As you can see, Hansama still pushing forward. 2,000 HP on the Dragon, and G2 have given up trying to contest. Third Drake of the game over to Carmine Core. Cabo Shard gets the flash out. There's the hook, but can you really follow up on this? Because the rest of KC are on their way in. TP behind.
Oh, this
Broken Blade has flash and slicing Maelstrom. Bo has to flash the wall. Upset. Flashes away from the roof, but there's the slicing Maelstrom. The follow-up coming out. As Bo falls, Targamas falls, and Broken Blade gets the hell out of there. Blinking health for him. The engage comes in once again, but yikes. Dodging away there. In the end, Carmine's onto the pressure. It's a bit of a bait in and out smart there from G2. Targamas looking for the steal. Never gonna get it. Smite if you are within some semblance of a gold lead. Press R comp works perfectly.
There you go.
Decent assist coming out. Dash away from Caps. Does still have the flash. Cabo Shard unable to get there before the second distortion. Caps tries to block. Dashes back with the distortion. Put some damage back onto Cabo Shard. The chase will continue. Yike is on his way. Can jump the wall here. Misses the Spectral Maw, but the rest of G2 are now beginning to collapse. Bo trying to cut the wave. Cabo Shard flashes away from the Heartbreaker. Bo on the wrong side of dodge now. But there's the pop. Blossom, it lands on 3. Doesn't put too much damage down yet. Hansama exhausted, and Hansama sent packing to the fountain. In response, Bo will fall. Another hook lands as they try and catch out Seiken. Another Heartbreaker coming out from Yike as he takes out the enemy mid. Yike goes back forward, back. And Upset tries to dash in and out, but Caps will take him out in the end. Caps looking for more. The tower forfeit here by Carmine Core. Broken Blade trading with Cabo Shard. No flash, no ult on the mouth fight. Cabo Shard stunned up. Should be able to walk out of this, but Broken Blade with the minions might be able to take down this tower. Remember, they have 6 Void Grubs as well.
Yeah, that's
so
a
you
lot
have
of
the true
extra
damage, you have the mites, you have everything taking out these towers for you, and G2 break the base on 2 separate fronts.
We said that G2's Baron power play was looking a little slow, and that Carmine Core perhaps had an angle to look for a numbers advantage. That's what they tried to do, but Caps remains too slippery.
Caps is dead, I think. Although Bo doesn't have any damage. His Black Cleaver Frozen Heart, he just doesn't have the damage to get through them. Targamas shuts him down. Hansama 8 seconds before his flash is back up. Caps doesn't have one. Upsets has both of his, but Seiken no flash, and Cabo 9 none either. Unstoppable Force could be massive in this fight. The TP behind. As Cabo stops to join the fray. Cabo stops the TP. Cabo has a TP of his own if he can get away. Upset trading here. Yike dashing across the wall. Season desist on Hansama down towards the bottom side. Those Mickey's trying to protect him. Bo putting the damage down onto the enemy AD carry. Hansama winning out the fight, but he can't quite get the damage. Bo will take him. Caps and Yike now going towards the Dragon. Bo rolls down to 500 HP. The base in tatters, in shambles as Cabo Shard tries to defend. Another hook hit. Lands onto Seiken. Bo with the Vault Breaker across. They've given up the ghost on this Drake because they've lost the Nexus Tower. Broken Blade's going to be able to escape from Cabo Shard, who has finished a Jack show, but Upset's on his way, and the Seismic Shard will slow him down long enough. You have to feel for Cabo to clap him out for Broken Blade.
He's getting the
movement speed.
Compositions out. Scaling, as we kind of learned throughout a lot of last year, can be thrown out the window with one good team fight. So whilst they might be several thousand gold down,
locks down Mickey.
It's okay.
Mickey, no flash, no way out. He's shut out, and that's one down. And as you said, they just shotgun to the face, flash forward. The blast cone, Bo hits it. Hansama back, and Hansama is found wanting by Carmine Core.
I may have cursed G2, but I feel like Carmine Core won't matter.
Bless Carmine Core, man.
There you go. And they should be able to pick up this Baron, but I mean, again, it's going to come at the cost. Urban Inhibitor, it's going to come at the cost of pressure from Broken Blade on the top side.
Yike can steal as well.
Yeah,
they don't have the tools coming out of the pit. That's the issue. Yike I don't think he's been spotted. Puts the control ward in. Now they know he's in the area. Clear the control ward out. Yike has no more wards in his inventory. Goes forward. We'll see it's at 4,000. Dodges away from Bo. Upset. Now tanking the Baron. Means it takes less damage as well. 2,000 on it. Yike going forward. Heartbreakers across. Exhausted. And the shutdown comes out. The Nexus towers, though, the target is G2. Continue to push in. It's a traditional trade. Baron for Nexus, but they managed to hold on. The empowered last couple of games and be 0-2. You still have 7 more games to play in the split, but it's a disappointing start when you put on such good performances.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, no matter how you slice it, you've come into the league.
It's difficult as well because of how flexible G2's composition is. They can look for front-to-back team fights. Not the best at it, I'd say, as Upset dashes towards Caps, puts down the Cullen. Caps dashes back. Caps already level 18. Continues to try and run away, but Caps just going to fall here. Great play there by Carmine Court. They've given up the Dragon for this, importantly, but they stopped that extra avenue of pressure from G2.
Yeah, I mean,
Carmine Court lose the next fight. It might even be over for G2 if they lose the next fight.
Yeah,
we're approaching that point. How long the respawn timers are, you can see it's still 30 seconds before Caps comes back up.
Yeah, with Caps dead, it feels like a lot of the poke pressure from the side. Our Fog of War is kind of just gone, so Carmine Court feel very free to push up and secure 2 towers. That's a lot of standing gold kind of put back into their pocket as an engage coming through from Bo.
Mickey with a good buffer there to get the jump back out. Hans Summer trying to trade with Upset, who cleanses away. Oh, it's the Mikhails who's actually used on him. Mickey with a re-engage, and Upset then uses the cleanse, but shut down by Yike, and now the follow-up continues. Bo tries to flash a wall, but can't get away. Flash forward with a Heartbreaker, as perhaps it's Carmine Court who fall foul of overstepping. Broken Blade in the base, Seiken can't hold him. Broken Blade now on the Nexus, Seiken's fallen, and Carmine Court's hope dashed against the rocks here. G2 show why they are still atop of the LEC.
Carmine Court put up a big fight to close that gold gap, but in the end, frankly, it wasn't enough, and it was
engaged to really work.
And this is a really decent Xerath angle for the other kind of side option here of there's not a bunch of hard engage for Fnatic, right? It's pretty conditional and very short ranged at best. So VTO should have a...
Razork might just be covering. You can see Douglas making a beeline for the bot lane as well. He's going to spot Razork as he comes across. Flash forward. They look for Hilly. Burst blood. Jun stepping forward. Razork tanking. Jun's going to try and get out of this one as Kazi tries to turn it back around. Cleanses away, and now Douglas is here to join the party. He gets 1, he gets 2. 1 over to Kazi, 1 for Douglas himself. And Douglas might be in a sticky situation. Humanoid's about to finish his recall. Razork catches out, Douglas catches out Razork, gets the knock up, and Humanoid finished his recall and didn't think he could come and help. Could overstep. Do you go for objectives? All of these possibilities as the Pathmaker is used in the top lane. Oscar in and gets the all out as well as Razork goes in. Photon locked up, no mana on him, and he'll be shut out of the
Fnatic picking up that kill, goes into Oscar Innen's back pocket, and he had a very, very solid performance yesterday.
Yeah, he did.
Doesn't have the grubs to worry about anymore. Do you wonder whether or not after that one gank he will return focus down here? And I mean, he's on top of Douglas right now. Humanoid's here to respond too.
Humanoid with the first move, can look to push Douglas back. He flashes over the Emperor's Divide, and now VTO trying to put the damage in, but low on mana. And long cooldowns on the Xerath early on means he can't really do too much to help. Douglas shut down by Humanoid. Kazi trading with Noah and Jun down towards this bottom lane. Both the ultimates burnt from the Fnatic bot lane. And the Sang still only...
Yeah, but I do like this lane assignment here from Fnatic as well, because it's just it's a min-max, right? You don't really lose any resources anywhere on this rotation out.
Humanoid even TPing into top. Photon does still have the flash. Emperor's Divide will lock them up, and the stun comes out, but it's not enough. Oscar in tanks the tower for days. And now with plates, every time you take a plate, depending on how many people are around that plate falling, the tower 175, I think, with the local gold added in, and then you have the Void Mites, and they gobble up these towers lickety split. You can see Razork looking for the engage as well. BTO, long range Arcano Barrage, isn't going to do too much. Tower gauge that we were talking about.
Exactly, and it just feels like Fnatic are pulling them around the map to a point where they're not really going to be able to find...
If this game is 5 minutes longer than it could be, do we win? If we can try to scale up, as Kazi's caught out with no flash. And yeah, Kazi dies. Tidal Wave used on Noah, but he flashes away. VTO lands a bunch of the shots, and it's enough for double for VTO.
Fnatic all of this time. Photon, all the while, will pick up this tower. So that's a nice bit of gold kind of clawed back still between himself and Humanoid, but didn't want to pull the trigger. And now it's Fnatic with the positional advantage. They can pick and choose who they go on as Vitality end of the river.
See Oscar in and just blocking their path in. the Dragon over to Fnatic. Vitality
alluded to in draft, but then didn't happen, is Noah's actually gone towards the on-hit build, despite having the Azir, so has played the Ruin King.
going to take this tower, see with that purple effect, and that tower will fall in a moment. Fnatic get towards the top side. Instead, he's just going to join his team. The top lane abandoned by everyone. The minions will crash into each other. Gold wasted, but Humanoid doesn't want to invest TP as Razzle goes forward. A 4-man knock-up into the follow-up. The hostile takeover is going to hit on 3. Kazi trying to dash away. Humanoid dashing forward, and Vitality are just routed, but Kazi manages to escape. Hellazang falls first. BTO low as well. Kazi very low, but Vitality walking away.
This Dragon put themselves on soul point, but it will be Baron picked up for
how
Fnatic.
quickly you can do this. Humanoid can now TP across, right? And Douglas and Photon are low. It's down to 6,000, but the rest of Fnatic are on their way. A disaster for Vitality, perhaps, as Kazi was spotted as he walked into the bush, and Humanoid slides forward. Still has the Emperor's Divide in the flash, but he doesn't need either to work his way through the Lucian. Douglas now caught out. Humanoid is so damn big. 5-0-0 now on the Azir. He has DPS up to the 9s, and Fnatic, that blue, that's been very strong from them. Photon now trying to push in the bot lane. Fnatic have a minute and a half left on the
Noah's dealt less damage than Cassante. We'll see if that ends up being the final.
4,500 HP, 17.
Are a lot more about being tanky as opposed to spamming out those spells. Anyway, Humanoid up here by himself, pushing away, chipping away that tower. Douglas, is he caught out?
It's a little bit. Chain of Corruption coming out. There's the root against the wall as well, and Douglas might fall. Razork, the only one there to do damage, though, as Noah and Jun were forced away with the tidal wave. Humanoid now pushing in the top lane. The Baron-empowered minion helping him out, and Kazi's caught again. Feel like I've said that a few times this game. Very difficult for him to play in this situation because of how much of the map Fnatic controlled, but Kazi a little bit overextended there, trying to defend his tier 2 in mid. Oscarinin trading with Photon. Still yet to die. By the way, Oscarinin went 7-0-8 yesterday, 1-0-2. Not as impressive of a scoreline, but still unkilled on the Rift, and perhaps I've just cursed him as he Pathmakers in, gets a stun onto Photon. Hellazang and Photon trying to do everything they can to work their way through this Cassante.
I can see the Riot emote spams in my head.
Can't kill Heartsteel, man. They were praying on the death of a Rockstar, but it just didn't happen.
Oh, Noah. It's a little bit awkward.
What are you talking about, Willis? He just sidesteps everything.
He brought his blue switch. Oh,
a slight offstep, but it will be fine. They'll match up in the end. Here are the super minions, 4 of them so far. Starting to hit the Nexus towers alongside that Void Grub damage, and the first tower will fall. And Fnatic are looking to continue their undefeated streak here, go 2-0. BTO locked up. Humanoid tries to chip away at him. Oscarinin basically tanking the entire world now as he continues to step forward. Kazi forced back to the fountain, and the Nexus in the eyes of Fnatic, but before it, a couple more kills perhaps. The Nexus falls. Fnatic now 2-0.
Very dominant looking game.
Or a team fight begins.
Yeah, this Bard is definitely a pretty big pivot, but I suppose they were maybe kind of concerned about.
Try and be a little bit more explosive, but they don't need to. They haven't got first items anywhere. They're still getting the objectives. They got 2 grubs to 1. The big thing for Rogue is getting at least one of these, because then you stop the Void Mites from spawning. But actually, Zoe had to soak 6 out of the mid wave because the Heretics coming with Kaiser already have that 6. They get one of them. Marcoon has to flash away, does still have the twisting advance, he dashes back forward, but Rogue really can't come over to help him. Marcoon falls first, he goes Timber. Wonder trading in the top lane as Shigenda starts to heal up a little bit. Nature's Grasp that was invested by Marcoon. Pushing mid.
And they almost get the tower. I mean, you look at it, watching like, yeah.
Well, I was trying to work out how long Oppenheimer was and whether I could make a joke about it. It's been an Oppenheimer length of time since we last saw a proper fight in this game, but
we had a lot of pauses today.
Oppenheimer was longer than 15 minutes. So.
That's true.
Watching Oppenheimer after Barbie is a weird experience.
I'm sure it was.
It's a strange. I think it might be under 21 minutes, but only because
the tree emote.
Yeah.
Brilliant tree emote.
We have a Maokai in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great to have you here.
Thanks.
It's going to be here for quite a few times this year. Temper Fate goes wide. Marcoon still has the flash. Goes in with a twisted advance. It's 19 minutes. He dies!
I win!
Kamada wins the bet, although he did.
Do educate us, dear medic.
Prey animals. Animals that are hunted because they can see all around themselves, so they can see if a predator comes in. What is hunting the Baron? What is trying to kill it, man?
I don't know.
I'm scared.
That's a horrible fight thing to think about. what might not be a horrible fight is if Rogue decide to try and cut Heretics off, but they're going to talk about the game very
they
briefly.
might actually look for this.
Oh, there's a teleport there.
Flash switch to advance, teleport behind. Wonder's trying to catch out Marcoon. Shigenda going in. TP also burnt by Perks as he joins the fight. Zoelise already down to half. Tempered Bay hits 2. Zoelise is going to have to go in straight away pretty much. He dives forward. Magnustorm not enough. He'll fall 3-0 so far for Heretics. Wonder flashing. Can't land the Intofu strikes. Perks forced away by Shigenda. The magical journey brings them in. Nature's Grasp will only root up one. Everyone else can line up behind it. Perks stepped into another route. Trying to get round to clear out this control ward. Jankos chipped away and Rogue know they need support item. There's a bunch of minions there. Just order them, dude. He's got like 970 gold off it. He's just not getting the really OP upgrade from the support item, right? He can get that Bounty of Worlds. Now he's caught out. Wonder and Jankos chasing him down. The Fate's Call will pull him out. Good tempered bait though locks him up. Nature's Grasp is being used. Zoelise gets the Magnustorm down, but just doesn't have the damage. And now Rogue starting to fall by the wayside. Comp chased away. The slow from the Bard. Cosmic binding into the wall, and Comp will fall. Marcoon, Shigenda, and Larson, the only ones left alive as Team Heretics turn their eyes toward
for Rogue, but they're not even trying. They're just going to go and trade this Dragon off, get their second Infernal of the game, and look to Turtle as they will likely fall around 7,000 gold behind as this Baron falls. Until then, and with Baron now, means the siege is going to come through, and whilst it's not poke Varus, this Varus is going to be very, very difficult to get on top of and will still deal a bunch of damage.
So at least though going into the Magnustorm as they look for the engaged TP behind as well from Shigenda. Last chance saloon you have to feel here from Rogue. They've already lost their support. Will they lose more? Blackhead pulled back, shut down by Marcoon. Shigenda now in the midst of 3 members of Heretics. Perks yet to join this fight. Marcoon's going to fall as well though. Wonder, Jankos and Kaiser working their way through the Rogue lineup. Comp trying to do everything he can under the tower, but he just can't do enough. Rogue get 1 kill on the board, but what have they lost for it?
Potentially a lot. It could, I mean, with Comp dead and Larson the only one alive, I'm not going to say the game just yet. Maybe 2 inhibs is just the cost. Team Heretics won't bite off more than they can chew, but Larson trying to get up in Perks' face, stop this push from happening.
Perks going back in, stunned with the Shadowing Strike, but Larson has to work his way away from this. So Lise crashes down and Larson's able to walk away. Double inhib, as you say. Jamada is the cost. 5,000 extra gold from the Baron power. Comp got 4 or 5 auto attacks off in the entirety of the fight. He doesn't have the front line, or the battle's too far away from him. Comp still no flash. Temper Fake will lock him up. The Pathmaker slams him into the wall, and back down to the fountain he goes. The Callista has not done wonders at all for Rogue. The final inhibitor in the eyes of Heretics, and maybe even more than that, the game a possibility. Shigenda caught out, Perks stunned for a second. Darking Blade lands the knock-up. There's the inhibitor falling. Larson 3 items on the Azir. Is that enough? Will we finally see Rogue brought to life, or will Heretics continue this death march towards the Nexus? Shigenda down to half HP. They just can't get close enough. It's all on Zoelise, having to engage reactively rather than ever proactively looking for those picks.
Yeah, I think frankly, Rogue have kind of dished their own medicine this game. Perks
onto Shigenda, forces the World Ender out. The Tempered Fate lands on one Nexus Tower. Zoelise trying to get on the backline, but there is no one autoing the Heretics backline. Larson and Shigenda alongside Marcoon trying to hold the Nexus. Wonder will fall. The first Nexus Tower follows suit though. And Jankos, Perks, Kaiser, and Blackhead can just slowly work their way through the Aatrox. Larson left standing, all on his lonesome. The Emperor's divide will divide the wheat from the chaff. And this time Rogue have been found wanting. Heretics with the win.
Yep, redemption win. If you ask me, after that Heretics performance yesterday, it was a bit of a stomping from